Shalom. This is Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. And, for copyright purposes, I can't let these videos play, because they playing music, obviously, throughout them. And, YouTube is sensitive to everything you do. And first and foremost, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, the honors of the apostles and elders and the bishops and the brothers worldwide, spreading the truth throughout the four corners in these last days. And, I wanted to go out today live, which I will do this week, just be ready. Have a new schedule, and I've been trying to incorporate. I'm not making excuses, but I will get back on my live lessons. You know what I'm saying? It's just new situation going on. But it was just ultra windy. I'm in the Midwest. Winds are like 40 to 50 miles per hour. I'm literally hitting the winds outside my apartment right now, and we on a tornado vibe. So the winds are very high. I wanted to go out there and be in front of the camera, but no excuses. Work still being done. And we get it. Spring break. Jake's still, younger man, of age. I'm looking at life, I get it. Like Ecclesiastes 3 said, for the time season on the sun. But so much going on, man. And, these videos I'm just showing, it's just people they ain't used to right now. And the one thing about me growing up, it's like I never mind a good time, but I never liked being around that many damn people, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to go to the beach. I like to actually just travel, to see different sights and sceneries. I love the water. Jake love to eat. And I love a good view, and I love seeing beautiful women. But I never liked going to places where there was so much niggertry going on. We're going to put it like that, niggertry. And I love my people, but our people destroy for lack of knowledge because we're living in very serious, dire times. But also, Houston is leading on winning STDs, like HIV, all these illnesses. And we, you know what I'm saying? You got alcohol, music, and drugs. You know what I'm saying? You know what that comes with. And I'm like, damn, man, this is like freak need on steroids. You know what I'm saying? So we're in very serious times. And, just like the flip of a switch, man, these people are going to be caught lacking, man. This is St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. And this is bread letter speaking, Lord Yahweh Shah speaking. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of the Man be. So what were they doing the days of Noah? For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, that's basically having sex, until the day that Noah entered into the ark and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So this is the times we're living in because the Lord, second Ezra chapter 9, he told us measured out the time digitally in itself. So he gave us clues and hints, perspectives, prophecies, visions, and signs and wonders to look after for the signs of his coming. And we seen everything happen and take place as Iran, at least the flights to bring them out. We seen this war. We seen the collapse of this economy as far as, inflation at an all-time high. We're seeing the more decay. How people all the time, a woman feel like she worthy when she has to show her ass and twerk. You know what I'm saying? It's never just modest. You know what I'm saying? Completely degenerate, same sex. And when I see that stuff, it's like, Jay look at it like, yeah, it might seem cool, but honestly, man, Jake, like me, I get irritated being in big crowds and big functions. And this is not the time and place to be at in ultra big, compact places. You know what I'm saying? Because then you in the midst of all that, and when you should have just been somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Jake, low key, like I'm still a man in the flesh. I still deal with women, but I'm not out here in these big, ultra big functions packed in the building. Jake, I don't get down like that, but, man, our people, man, they food for the slaughter, man. You know what I'm saying? Because here we are in the last days, all these psychological operations, these FF attacks and events and all this stuff is going on. And, our people are still in that turn spirit. Like I said, I'm not sitting here to be hypocrite, act like that. I don't go out occasionally and go get a drink with a brother, you know what I'm saying? But I do it respectfully, though. I'm back in the house. I'm not out the 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't like after hours. I don't do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I work 12-hour shifts, so when I'm off work, most of the time I'm sleeping. When I'm off work, little time I got, I go out, get a drink or two, grab something to eat. I'm back at the crib, man. My life is very repetitive. I do the same thing. I eat, sleep, wake up, work, repeat, eat, sleep, work, might go out, get a drink. But I don't party, I don't party, all get wasted, you know what I'm saying? Drake, yeah, I drink a little yaya here and there, but it's being, like I said, it's a time and place for everything. It's with moderation. But all I'm saying, let me get that scripture, man. House of mourning, man. We supposed to be in the house of mourning right now. Based all I'm getting at. Because this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to the heart. And our people, they lay it to the heart, which is like the word heart goes into mind. This is their mind. Just party, turn up. We don't care. We completely oblivious what's going on. We not worried about World War III. All these people packed in these lines like sardines, man. Man, these people finna get drafted, man. They don't understand, man. We in the most diabolical, crazy time ever existed here on this earth, and we're living through the midst of this. A lot of destruction is coming here to America, Babylon, a lot of calamities, food shortages, man, gas shortages, man. The comfortability is going to be gone, man. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction. So, you living your best life. You just turning up, just broke the knob, just all the way no turning down. It said, in the day of affliction, there's no remembrance of prosperity. And we're living in times that the Lord's about to bring a different type of affliction. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm saying is, like, when I see those videos, all I see is just like, bro, a lot of people don't really know how serious it is out here. You know what I'm saying? It's very serious. Like I said, I'm a man in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Jake's simple, man. I deal with my little woman here and there, man. I don't be doing too much. Like I said, I don't like bars and clubs. Like I said, I'm more like, I've been grateful for it, to travel over these years, to go to these cities. And the thing about me, I'd rather travel to a city or go somewhere when everybody's not there because it's more enjoyable. I can go there on a weekend and everybody's not expected to be there. I can go there if I want to go to a little bar and lounge. If I want to eat at this specific place and I worry about 2-3 hours wait. Because what's the point of going to these places that you wasting so much time trying to get into the function just to be you packed in there like sardines just to be hot as hell. It stink. Half of these people don't want to shower, so it's stinking there. Woman, it's just crazy. And like I said, Houston lead out of all the states, majority of STDs. So it's like, bro, that's the worst case to be in. So I got the scripture on the Google AI. In the day of prosperity, there's forgiveness, affliction. It said this wisdom highs, like, keyword, this wisdom. This is wisdom. When we speak these words, this Sophia, this is wisdom. This wisdom highlights the human tendency to focus entirely on current circumstances, forgetting that life holds both prosperity or hardship. Man, that's beautiful within itself because we have to understand, life, prosperity, riches, wealth, all this stuff comes from adversity. That's in the scripture as well. That's a scripture too, but basically like all these dynamics that Heavenly Father created, but it said the wisdom highlights the human tendency to focus entirely on current circumstances, forgetting that life holds both prosperity and hardship. And now people in that mindset, they don't want to be mourning. Like, man, I ain't hearing that, man. This spring break, we turning up. So, let me just read these key points. The cycle of prosperity often masks past struggles, which trials cause people to forget past blessings. Wisdom's cause. Advice warns against the forgetfulness, encourage people to remember affliction during good times and prosperity during hard times to maintain balance. Because the Heavenly Father is not, regardless of what people say, but the Heavenly Father understands balance. Like I said, I work 90%, 70, 85% of my life. Then, if I want to go out there and grab me like a good meal, which I'm thinking about right now, something to eat and have a little drink. Okay, rightfully so, but everything is in moderation, portion. You know what I'm saying? Not that's your complete focus, just to eat, turn up, eat, drink. Now, yeah, Jake has been in the flesh, you know what I'm saying? It be like that sometimes, but you have to control your flesh because in the times we're living in, Esau, the white man, the wicked, they gon' collapse this system and they gon' use your leverage or your flesh, you not controlling your flesh, for you to bow down the knee to that implant for you to still try to take part in this society, to live this life still, to be part of the turn up. And the Lord let it be known, man, if you take that digital implant, Revelation 14, you're going to have your place in the lake of fire, man. So you have to mentally already separate your flesh and your fleshly desires and this party lifestyle away from this society, because what's about to happen here on this earth is a lot of doom and gloom. And we get it. Majority of our people not going to get it. 2/3 are getting cut off. But we just here to give you the warning. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, I look at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it does like a cool, interesting time, but I'm very grateful that the Lord got that spirit off of me of just, you know, this content creator, reposting everything. You know, I used to have that stuff. You know, I used to post all the time and be on social media. It's like, bro, I really don't care about that stuff no more. Like I said, I'm still human being in the flesh. Jake like they eating like his woman, but I'm not out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna go to Miami and this ain't even the best time to travel, man. People getting stuck in these cities and flights. You know, it's about to be Monday, today's Sunday, but people going to be trying to book these flights. Who's to say a majority of them people be stuck on them flights or something happen? That's what I'm saying. It's a perspective. Never mind, you know, Salaki. I'm just, you know, and like I said, I'm letting these videos plays off in the background because it just goes to show the state of society of our people, man. We know we in that stay in that party spirit, man. You know, these days about to happen here on this earth like a time before, man. It's going to catch a lot of them slipping, man. We just hope and pray and worry that we worthy to, you know what I'm saying, to get through these times because, man, a lot of people are going to be in pitiful cases. A lot of scriptures I've been reading, you know, they're going into, you know, cannibalism, man, eating himself, eating his own children. You know, people going to be in a pitiful case out here, man. It's you know, I'm going to read this again, Ecclesiastes 7:2. It is better to go to the house of mourning. It is better to go to the house of mourning than go to the house of feasting. What we supposed to be doing mourning? You know, praying, repenting, you know, paying attention to the signs of the times that the Lord told us to pay attention to. Just praying, you know, repenting. You know, we have the Passover coming up, April the 1st. So this is a good time, you know, to get ready for that time. You know, I already got my lamb ready, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, this might be very well the last Passover, you know. I mean, here in America, because America, July 4th would be the 250th year of America being a sovereign nation, and most ancient empires and kingdoms has failed within that 250 realm. So a lot of things is lining up, you know, for the greatest, biggest, craziest times ever. So, you know, mentally preparing for, you know, the Passover, man, that was a very serious time. You know, them plagues came through Egypt. You know, who's to say, the Lord said he's going to send plagues to Egypt as before. So he's speaking as future tense. He's going to do what he did from past tense. He's going to do it again, but it's going to be more amplified. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't have that blood of the lamb on that doorpost. It was you didn't have that hedge. You didn't have that protection. You didn't have that Psalms 91. You know what I'm saying? That dwell in the Most High, the refuge, that strong tower, that dwell with the Most High. You didn't have that protection, you know, and we're seeking, hoping we worthy to get through it because we all fall short of glory. We understand, but hey, man, these are very serious times, man. That's the thing about America. They're not used to, like, they just used to just doing what they want to do. And then, like, that's how the Lord like it. He like to catch you unaware. Just like the days of Noah were, like, that's what it's going to be for a lot of people, man. Then they're going to be, I'm sorry and please. But it's like, man, this is the time to be begging and pleading right now. This is the time to be begging and pleading because once the judge, you know, he hit that hammer. He hit that table with that little knob right there. We put that hammer. When the judge come down with them charges, he said you'd be the sentences. When the judge like send you're sentenced to this, which what is the ultimate sentence to a lot of our people? Death. Man, there ain't no coming back from that because we're going through the Inquisition right now, the trial phase. Okay, who's willing to fight through this? We get it. We in the flesh. We weak, but who's trying? Who's, you know, being diligent? Who's, you know, praying? Who's fasting? Who's doing what they supposed to? Because when the judgment come, of course, you're going to be calling and begging and praying and Lord, please, and all that. But it's going to be too late, man. That's what we're saying, man. You know, everything's within balance and moderation, you know, and this is not the time to be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Just rather go to the house in the morning and feast, you know, because It's about to get real nasty out here, man. Hold the lesson edifying. Shalom.